It's time to uncover my plants and see what survived these Arctic cold temperatures that we've had recently. Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. So as you know, we've had some really cold temperatures lately. Today's high was 44. It was 45 yesterday, and we're still going to go down into the 20s, but I wanted to go ahead and take a peek at my plants and see how well they held up with this cold weather and under the plastic. So let's go check it out. So for our area, it's not that unusual to get temperatures that dip down into the low 20s or even into the teens. Every once in a while, we get a day or two when we even get down into the single digits. But we were really lucky. I think the lowest that we had the last couple of days was 12. We had 2 days when the high temperatures didn't break freezing, but we did not experience any issues. Everything was fine. No water breaks, no nothing. We just made sure that we kept the heat on, kept the basement warm, cabinets open, and dripped water. And like I said, we went through the cold just fine. But like I said, we went through the cold really well. I was concerned about my herbs because my rosemary has gotten so big, it's really hard to cover everything up. But now that I'm looking at it, everything seems to be okay. There is some damage, but otherwise it looks all right. But let's take a closer look. So here in my herb bed, I have 2 large rosemaries and they look perfect. I don't see any damage to them at all. And then you can see my sage. I had cut it back really hard and it's still growing. I have some green on it. It looks a little battered, but it's growing. Now my mint, I have peppermint and spearmint, and there is some damage. It didn't you can see where it's turned brown, but I think the peppermint will come back up, and I know the spearmint will. That spearmint has been hard to kill. And my oregano is looking a little brown, but it grows around here really well, so I don't see a real problem with that. Now we're going to move over and take a look at my poor carrots. Oops, I forgot I was holding that corner down with a piece of brick, so I'm going to have to move that out of the way first before we open up the carrots and see what's underneath the plastic. My fingers are crossed. Well, I am really surprised. The carrots look awesome. They're nice and green. I'm not saying that there's not any damage, because there is. They actually look better than they did before I covered them up. The snow did not make them look pretty at all. So let's pull a carrot and let's see how it looks. All right, so it's not a huge carrot, but it's still in pretty good shape. It's nice and hard. It's solid. Look at that root on there. The green is not very pretty, but otherwise it looks like a good carrot to me. All right, I just want to go ahead and remind everybody that, again, I am in West Central Alabama, and we are in growing zone 8A. Sometimes we might have a little 7B, but basically we're an 8A. And now over here at my garlic bed, the garlic, they can handle a lot, and I had some coming up. There's still a lot more in there that haven't sprouted yet, but I don't think I'll see that until spring. But otherwise, the bed looks good, and I don't see any problems. All right, guys, so there you go. We are growing our cold weather vegetables in raised gardens, and I'm covering them up with plastic, and they are doing fine. I want to thank you all for supporting my channel. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a blessed and joyous day, and I'll see you on my next video.